This hour of the Howie Carr Show is brought to you in part by the Carr Guys. Do what I did and what Grace did and call the Carr Guys to get a great used car. Call their new number, 800-300-4600. Now it's time for the poll question, the daily internet poll question. If you'd like to take part in it, go to HowieCarrShow.com and click on the poll question. Today's poll question is brought to you by Identity Stronghold Wallets. Do not become a victim of electronic pickpocketing. Do what I do and carry all your cards in an RFID blocking wallet. To get one today, go to www.idstronghold.com. Steve, what is the poll question? What are the results thus far?
Should beauty pageant winners be required to maintain their fighting weight?
I know it's controversial, but yes, they should be required to.
30% say no, but 70% are on your sexist side.
That's right. I'm a terrible person. I know that. What regrets should Barack Obama have? He should be full of regrets. Roz emailed me and said only a total narcissist would have no regrets about anything. But that's what he is. You know, you know why I think he's late for all these press conferences? It happens when he's in the White House and he walks by a mirror, and he just can't pull himself away.
You think he would at least regret the hemorrhaging at the state level of legislative seats in favor of Republicans? But
that would mean that he regards anybody else as a human being. He's like a Kennedy. You know, I always say about the Kennedys think life is a movie. They're the stars, and all the rest of us are extras. I'm not even sure that he thinks Obama thinks that the rest of us rise to the level of being extras, because extras are human beings after all. You know, I don't. He calls us bitter clingers. Clinton calls us deplorables. We're just cows. We're just people. We're just animals to be milked and used to support the greater good, which is bringing in illegal aliens and Muslim terrorists and fundamentally transforming the United States of America and putting the coal miners out of work. But the thing is, once we've been destroyed, once we've all been decimated, American private enterprise is gone. The energy industries, whether it's coal or shale or fracking, they're all gone. You know, the family farms have been put out of business by the death taxes. Who is going to provide all the goods and services that the Obama voters, the people with the Obama phones, the drug dealers and the public housing projects in New Bedford? Who's going to support them? Who's going to truck in the food, let alone grow the food? Do they ever stop to think about anything like that? Wade, you're next with Howie Carr on the General Communications listener line. Go ahead, Wade.
Howie, first-time caller, long-time listener.
Thank you.
There's something that nobody mentioned. Nobody mentioned the fact, remember the BP oil spill? And
yes.
How long it took him before he contacted the CEOs of that company and asked them about that whole incident?
Yeah.
That upset me and all my liberal friends, and that was really a regrettable situation, I thought.
And again, I mentioned earlier the EPA destroying that mine in I think it was New Mexico is where the spill started. What was it called?
Yeah.
The King mine?
Gold King mine.
The Gold King mine. Speaking of which, how about the pipeline? How about blocking the pipeline? That was insanity. You know? Well, what's the point?
We were watching that stuff spill out on TV every day. Every day, and he never once called the CEO until somebody brought it up. Hey, you think about calling these guys? I haven't done it yet, but I'm sure
speaking of spills, he blocked the Keystone XL pipeline. That was a kiss for the green moonbats that don't believe in any kind of fossil fuel industry.
And Warren Buffett, who owns the rail lines.
Well, you stepped on me. I was going to say that. So instead of having the pipeline, which would be somewhat manageable, we have all this oil is being shipped in rail cars. And at about once a year, there's a giant spill. But it's in places like North Dakota, where it's hard to get a live shot out, and the networks wouldn't cover it anyway because it would lead to questions about why are we shipping all this oil on by rail when we could be shipping it by pipeline. Thanks for the call, Wade. Thanks for reminding me of that. We got time for Link? Link, you're next. No, we don't have time. We don't have time for the next. We'll take some more calls when we come back. 1-844-500-4242. How about the indictment of Senator Robert Menendez? Again, a bad guy. Very bad guy. I'm sure he's guilty as sin. But do you think he would have been indicted if he hadn't been opposing the Iranian nuclear deal? I mean, again, these are things Nixon... I don't even think Nixon ever dreamed of indicting his political opponents. He just wanted to break into their offices. I'm Howie Carr.